AITA for telling my wife how much a doctor's appointment costs. My 40 meters wife, 41F, is currently sick with a cold or flu. She tells me she wants to go to urgent care. I say cool, so we start getting ready. She casually mentions, "Oh God, they better not just tell me to go home and wait it out," to which I replied, "Yeah, that'd suck. Especially 'cause it's $100 to be seen. Money is super tight for us right now." She tells me no, they'll bill us. I remind her that our insurance clearly states on the card the costs for urgent care is time of service. To which she says, "Fine. Fuck it. I won't go." I tried to tell her I don't care about the cost, I was just mentioning that would suck if they just sent you home and charged you. She runs off crying and slams the door in my face. AITA? NTA. She's sick and thus her emotions might be out of whack. If you get sick in the US, it's just a fact of life that you may have to weigh the potential benefit of receiving healthcare against the cost, since she wasn't aware of the cost. You did the right thing to give her the information so she could make the evaluation. As long as you weren't telling her she couldn't go because of the cost, you were doing the right thing. Nah, she's sick and everyone gets cranky when they're sick. And $100 for urgent care is a little steep, especially if they just tell her rest, fluids and OTC meds. That said, check your insurance and see if they have a telehealth option. It may be less expensive, or even free. The cost of healthcare in the US is TA. Sounds like your wife is feeling bad enough to get care. So I know the cost is an issue. But maybe say, "Hey, we'll have to pay when we get there, but it's no problem, because I want you to feel better." Might be a better way to approach it. NTA. If this is exactly how it went down, from her reaction, it sounds like there was a lot more going on with her. Like she took this as you not caring about her. Does she usually act like this? If so, sounds like some emotional immaturity. But realistically, especially if money is tight, urgent care is a very expensive option for just a cold or flu. Was she running a really high temperature? Urgent care is really just one step down from the emergency room, which is super expensive unless you have really good insurance. So unless she was running a really high temp, or having uncontrollable vomiting and/or diarrhea, or other such very serious symptoms, this could have waited a day or two for a regular doctor's appointment, with a much lower copay. NTA. Unless she was running a really high fever, couldn't breathe, or was severely dehydrated because she couldn't keep anything down, etc., you were absolutely going to be treated like you were wasting their time and sent home. I'm sure she feels awful, but you could run to the store and get her some fever pain reducer, cough or cold medicine, the good puffs tissues, tea and honey, Gatorade, and a heating pad for a lot less than $100. Not much the urgent care can do if you are just sick, with no major complications. NTA. Why would you go to urgent care for a cold or a flu? You wait a week resting and taking care of yourself and you get better. I'm going to call your healthcare system the TA. I'm just glad I don't live in the US. Nah, I can see her point of view even if I don't agree with it. She wasn't feeling valued. She, no doubt irrationally, thought the money was more important to you than her health. I have health issues. I had to go to urgent care yesterday. Coincidentally, doctor wanted me to have a COVID test. It was negative. Just a sinus infection. Over-the-counter medication was all I needed. My husband took me to urgent care because he heard the doctor telling me to go. And he didn't complain. Not to say he never does. My husband takes very good care of me. But at times he tends to grumble and grouse while he's doing it. And if I have to listen to that, I'd rather he just not bother. Either I'll do it myself, or I'll go without. And that may be where your wife is coming from. She reacted emotionally. Yes, but I hope you can make allowances because she doesn't feel well. If this is a real representation of what happened, NTA. But is there a reason urgent care is even considered for a cold or flu? YTA. Unless your 40-year-old wife literally has no idea that it costs money to see a doctor. I get that you were trying to be flippant, but it came off as passive-aggressive. Money is tight. You brought up that they might not help for the money paid. Yes, it is true, but unless your wife is going to the doctor for every little thing. This reaction made her reconsider. You basically gave her a preemptive guilt trip about the money, if they couldn't do anything. So now she's questioning if she really needs to go. Honestly, I think you sounded pretty passive-aggressive, and my guess is that's how it sounded to her as well. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt when you said you meant nothing by it and give you NTA. How depressing that the medical healthcare system is so broken in the US that this even needs to be asked. People should be able to get checked out when sick. However, the cold reality is that it is an expense that needs to be budgeted for, isn't always affordable. Nah. The US healthcare system sucks. I feel bad for all of you living with that. YTA. She doesn't feel well and you stated it was your idea to go in the first place. Don't bring up money in a situation like this because I guarantee it made her feel like you don't care. Also, to everyone saying she shouldn't be going in the first place, need to calm down. If someone is sick, then go to urgent care and find out what is wrong. That's why they are there. NTA. They might run some test via swab and then they are going to prescribe the same cold, flu meds you can get at the store and say wait it out at home. Rest and fluids. A lot of urgent cares require a credit card up front because they are sick of people dipping out on the bill. Urgent care is for care you need urgently. She should see her GP if she needs reassurance about being sick. They can't magically make you better even in countries with universal health care. NTA. Unless you said it in an irritated way. But it doesn't sound like you did. What's she hoping for? Most colds, flus are viral, so unless it's serious, the advice is pretty much always gonna be, go home. Wait it out. Antibiotics don't work for viral infections. So there's no point in that. And there's plenty of cold medicine available OTC for treating symptoms. What was she hoping for? YTA. She felt crummy already. YTA. A bit here. You've basically put $100 over her health. That said, I'm guessing you live in America or a similar self-funded healthcare system. In which case it's more a case YESS. Your entire economic system sucks. With that out of the way, money is tight for everyone, and once she calms down a bit, I'd hope she would realize it and understand you didn't mean to hurt her feelings. Go comfort her. She's probably just really upset with her current situation, and you comforting her will help.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.